wrestling.
Hey everyone, welcome to the We Like Wrestling podcast. I'm here with the whole gang. Justin.
Hey.
Joe.
Yo.
John.
Still last.
Real quick, thank you to our sponsors of 2023, Rise Up Nutrition,
Whoop, whoop, New Year.
Say Cheese, and Nitro Bar. Also, we are a proud sponsor of AXW, who are doing a ton of great things in 2023. And if you didn't see the episode with Ricardo Rodriguez, he announced that AXW and Three Legacies Wrestling are doing a joint wrestling show outside at the Lancaster.
Clipper Magazine Stadium.
Clippers Magazine Stadium.
Clippers
Lancaster.
is a team. Clipper
Okay.
is a magazine.
Either way, outside show, which is always great, fun time. That should be exciting. If you didn't see that episode, go back and watch it. It's a pretty good interview.
Yeah, learned some things. Did not know he was the mind that was technically behind the beginning of the Ascension.
Great guy. And
Oh, very welcoming. I mean,
yeah.
he has never met me before. The moment I stepped foot in, he was very, very open, very, very friendly. Let us use his school to record.
We enjoyed the way he taught his classes. It was fun to watch.
Fun to watch, Moggle.
If you're in PA and you're looking for a wrestling school, go to Three Legacies.
Central PA. Or not. He has students from New York. I think he said Baltimore.
Yeah.
So.
Today's topic.
Oh, wait. Rumble stuff.
Yeah. So, Royal Rumble is this Saturday, January 28th. The matches announced so far, off the top of my head.
Don't count that one. Don't even say it. It's not a match. It's a sponsorship.
Yeah.
It is literally a Mountain Dew match.
It's going to be one of those weird...
Somebody's definitely going to get Mountain Dew poured on themselves, right?
It's going to be a cinematic match.
Yeah, but still, it's
I
Mountain
feel
Dew.
bad for LA Knight. He finally gets called to the main roster, and this is the crap he gets.
So,
It's better than what he had.
it's
Yeah.
this...
At least he's getting to do
That-
the Eli Drake shtick.
Models.
Yeah, the
crap.
models was terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So at least he's getting to do the Eli Drake thing.
Yeah.
He looked amazing on Raw. I loved his outfit. I hated it, but I loved it. Like, that's what he's supposed to look like.
He deserves better. I like that.
So that Undertaker moment, was that officially passing the torch?
I don't know. I thought he just asked him if he'd like to come to his White Lives Matter movement.
I thought he was asking who the hell is LA Knight.
Did you know that LA Knight, Eli Drake, was managed by Paul Bearer on the Indies?
No, I didn't
Yes.
know that.
So
Wow.
there's a connection.
Do you think LA Knight is going to be a part of Bray's group?
No. Why would he do that? Why would they waste him on that?
I saw somebody with a theory
please,
that
God.
said with the butterfly showing up, it transformed Alexa. Is this transforming LA Knight into Husky the Pig?
God, I hope he's not even Husky. What the fuck? He is a felt
Husky
built
the
man.
Pig was supposed to be Husky Harris, I thought.
Well, that's what he's.
His
So
whole
all the
gimmick.
characters are like past
Yeah.
things. They're all like part of his persona. Husky was a persona. God, I hope not. That would be really dumb. Such a waste of talent.
That sounds like a Vince idea.
Yeah.
Raw 30 was great,
You know
by
what?
the way.
You know what I'd like to see L.A. Knight go to after this. Him and Elias would do really well talking. They would talk you into a match for months without any kind of touching.
Yeah.
I think that would be really. Is Elias still hurt or no?
I don't know. Raw 30 was great, by the way. The crowd was hot. It was my first time seeing some of those legends, such as The Undertaker. And I got Biker Taker. That was pretty cool.
Nah.
He's too old to walk down.
Hogan with mic problems. I didn't really care.
He's probably
But it was
saying the
cool.
N-words. They cut him out.
No, his mic wasn't working right.
Was that the beginning?
Yeah.
We didn't see it.
Really?
We weren't home from bowling. We had responsibilities.
We had obligations.
We can't just leave.
We had commitments.
Hey, I still won.
Just barely.
We'll talk about it.
So
I was fucking gunning for you. I brought my fucking A game.
yeah,
For the
apparently
first and
you guys
last.
did and he didn't.
I never do.
You did though.
I'm just there to make up the numbers.
You bowled your ass off that first game.
First and third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Royal Rumble is this weekend, Saturday. Justin and myself we're attending the wrestling market at Pilgaroo, Saturday late afternoon, I guess.
Pilgaroo Brewing.
Pilgaroo Brewing. It's a wrestling market, pretty much like a flea market.
In Pottsville, PA.
There was they had Shushin Lager there brewing beer.
Jushin Lager.
Really, they did. It was a guy wearing a Shushin Lager mask.
Nice.
And they call him Jushin Lager.
Yeah.
They're
I'm actually looking for. I'm feeling better. So I think beer is good. I had a couple the other day, so I think this weekend I'll be trying some stuff.
it'll be our first time at Pilgaroo. It'll
Yeah.
be exciting.
Yeah, I love it. I love breweries. I love wrestling.
Hopefully, Deppin will be there.
Maybe.
So the Royal
He
Rumble,
was just on AEW. Tony Deppen. He was on Dark.
Oh.
the women's match, men's match.
Hold on. I know we're doing Royal Rumble, but holy shit, Timothy Thatcher and Bryan. Look, what did I fucking tell you when I said who's the most exciting wrestler? These matches to build him to this fucking Iron Man. Is it an Iron Man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Iron Man match.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Even Brian Cage was a good match. That was like the least good match of the
Yeah,
night.
that's a
But
clash of styles.
Holy shit, I can't wait to see these two beat the fuck out of each other.
Because Thatcher's a shooter.
But it's so weird. He just signed in Japan. Like, he just signed a contract with Noah. So, I just signed this contract with Japan. Let me come back to the States for a show. It's weird.
I think Brian is actually just doing his,
Oh, my God.
like you said,
this
his
is
indie
amazing.
run. Like,
His checklist.
yeah.
His own checklist. Who do you want to work with?
Like they did for Eddie Kingston.
I want you to have a flyer. Like, I want you to work a guy with Japanese style. I want you to work a guy with lucha style. I want you to work a muscle guy. I want you to work a strong style guy, which is getting Thatcher. So, like, it's like checklist. Who of these guys are we getting?
And
And who comes next? Like,
and Brian
shit.
doesn't even need a belt.
No.
I mean, his matches are over without a belt.
No. Yeah.
Fucking 5-star matches all the time.
Every week they announce who Brian's wrestling next week. I get excited. Mine is Brian Cage. But the match wasn't bad.
It's just when you
What
have
it was, Kate. It's their clash of styles. You're not going to get.
Yeah, but Brian
But
Cage
Brian
does some
Cage-
cool stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he flies around there.
Not just fly around, but he does.
He can wrestle for a big
wrestles.
guy.
Yeah, he does his chain. He still throws those really good kicks, which is not something you see a lot of big dudes
He's
do.
not as good as Joe, but
Yeah.
But I think when he works heel, he sticks to heel
Yeah.
big guy style.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of the matches that Brian has been doing, but it was still good.
did we see Brian and Joe yet?
I'm sure at Ring of Honor, I'm sure.
I don't know. I think he means during
Like
this run.
current?
Oh, no.
I
no.
don't know. Maybe. I don't remember. I can't remember all that shit.
So, on Raw 30, that Roman Reigns segment was pretty good. It got the
Interesting.
crowd into it.
Yeah.
The trial of Sami Zayn, you mean?
Yeah.
So what? So let's go to
Which
predictions. I don't
originally
give a
was
fuck
supposed to be
about.
a.
Do we
a
care about
nice
any other
tribal
matches
chief.
on the Rumble? Like, does anybody ever care about other matches?
There's
This
only
is-
like
there's
three
two.
matches. That
There's
are
two
announced.
matches to care about. Women's and men's Rumble. That's it. So what's?
I'm curious to see what happens in the Roman match. Because Roman's told Sammy, you're going to prove your worth. You know, whether that's in the Rumble match
Roman's
or
not
in the-
losing to Kevin at the Rumble.
Not because it's for both belts. It's for the unified belt.
Yeah.
No. If it was for one, I'd say maybe.
But does Sammy or does Sammy help Kevin win the Rumble, or does Kevin help Sammy win the Rumble? You know,
I think that match goes on after the Rumble. I think that's last.
I still think, end of the day, I know this is after Rumble, Roman Reigns is not walking into WrestleMania as champion.
really, you think he's going to lose it before Mania?
I think it would be a shocker. No one sees it coming, and you can set up now 2 title matches for Mania if you split the titles. I just don't. I don't know. I know everybody thinks it's going to be Cody. That's probably a majority pick of of who people think is going to
But
win.
does that make too much sense?
That's my prediction
Exactly.
for the men's rumble. Cody.
We are not in Vince McMahon territory anymore. This is probably the hardest Rumble to ever call because we have no idea what Hunter's thinking
yeah.
Well,
or
I know
what
a
Michael
lot.
Hayes is thinking.
I know a lot of people are like mad that they announced Cody coming back at the Rumble,
But why did they announce Cody coming back for the
so
Rumble?
people will watch.
No, because there's something else. You remember?
too.
You remember when everybody knew Adam Cole was showing up, and it was like, oh my god, Adam Cole's here, and then Brian's music hit, and he fucking came out, and everybody lost their shit.
Yeah.
Like holy shit! Like we knew Adam Cole was coming. We didn't know that Brian was gonna show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is gonna happen with Cody?
And I think Triple H mentioned that there's definitely more surprises. So
I don't think Cody wins the Rumble because I think he needs a good feud. And it's not going to be Seth Rollins unless Cody's coming back as a heel, which I can't see them doing.
Do you think we get Josh Alexander in the Rumble?
Would be cool.
He's been like over 200 some
This
days
is
as
the
champ.
first year that, I mean, anything is possible.
with Hunter at the helm,
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
So-
Him at the helm.
I also
Helmsley.
saw something saying that WWE for the first time ever is reaching out to people with an appearance contract, meaning, hey, we'll pay you this much for the Rumble. Come in. The Mickey James thing last year was a favor.
Oh, was that last year or 2 years ago?
I think it was last,
last
year.
year.
last year.
It was
longer.
a favor and an apology for the bag situation. Remember that?
Right.
Yeah,
So-
they sent her belongings in a trash bag.
Yeah.
So this year,
They also had Jarrett under contract last year, and he was their go-between to TNA.
Yeah.
He reached out to Dixie. They don't have
Do you
that
even
this
need-
year.
You don't need a Dixie. Dixie wasn't in charge
Or
of
whoever
TNA
in
last
TNA.
year.
Well, whoever it was.
Dixie hasn't been in charge of TNA for like 5, 6.
But I'm sure Jarrett has connections still. And that was their go-between.
Maybe.
so they're reaching out to people with an appearance for the Rumble contract. So we could get Japan. We could get AEW. It's a possibility.
That's why I said I still have a feeling Mood is going to make an appearance.
I would say no, but just because
The WWE fans don't have a clue.
not only that, but that match was his last match.
But with the
The
Shinsuke,
bye-bye, like he didn't do that for any other matches leading up. The bye-bye on his paint, like the bye-bye skateboard, him doing the big press conference after. So I don't see him doing it.
that was his big match in Japan.
But he's not Ric Flair.
But it could be a favor.
I don't
with
know that he's-
letting Shinsuke go there.
The casual WWE fan doesn't have a clue who he is.
Casual WWE fan is gonna watch the Royal Rumble no matter what.
Yes, but they don't know who Great Muta is.
They're also not gonna pop as hard
But-
as the hardcore fans do.
Yes.
Well, but see now you say that, and you would have you
AJ
say
Styles.
Vince say, "Oh yeah, AJ, ain't nobody gonna know who you are,"
Yeah.
and the fucking place went crazy.
I'll always harp back to AJ Styles.
You know,
Or Ric
so-
Flair. I mean, he thought the same thing about bringing Flair in '91. Nobody was going to know who he was.
because you're from that Southern
Yeah.
wrestling company.
So, yeah, I don't agree that nobody would know. Like, he wouldn't get the pop. I just don't agree. I don't think he'll be there.
So there's only 5 matches announced.
Yeah.
well,
The
because
men's,
your
the
Rumbles,
women's. Those will be a while. You have the Roman and KO title match.
Bianca and Alexa.
Yeah, and then you have Bray and LA Knight. So no tag match.
Tag belts aren't on the line. Intercontinental's not because he's in the Rumble. The U.S. isn't.
Are we back to the days when the people in the Rumble
yeah,
can't
yeah,
compete?
they couldn't work double duty.
Who is the U.S. champ anyway?
Theory,
Oh, yeah, he's in the Rumble.
which Brock came back. That was.
Yeah,
I mean, if they do Brock,
Charlotte doesn't have a match.
good. I don't want to see her. I didn't want to see her. on
Charlotte
Raw.
doesn't have a match with well, we haven't gone to SmackDown yet. So
That's true.
we don't know.
If I hope Brock and Bobby is better this time. If they
Mania?
wherever they do it,
So what's in between? Elimination Chamber?
yeah.
That it?
Oh, Money in the Bank in London. It's in that.
Is it?
Is
that
that March or
March?
is that June? I thought that's usually in the summer.
It is usually, but I thought they changed it this year.
I thought that, yeah, cause you could cash in at Mania like Seth did.
I don't know.
So
Well, Seth. Did
Or
Seth?
Seth
win
was
it?
a year later. Wasn't
Seth
it?
was yeah.
Seth had a
would've
whole
won
year.
it, yes.
July 1st.
Oh, so
Oh,
this
so it's
July.
after
I
Mania.
thought it was before.
so
So what's between
Just Elimination Chamber.
this
then.
Elimination Chamber
Elimination
in
Chamber.
February or March?
Probably March.
get you guys.
There's nothing in February.
February's a short month. It's probably early March. It's probably like
Yeah.
March 2nd
And
or
then
something.
Mania's early April.
Because Royal Rumble is late January. I mean,
That's
we're
true.
almost out of. It's what the 28th.
Yeah,
I mean,
so it's the last
it's
2
gonna
days
be,
of
yeah. So yeah,
It's basically February.
you could
kinda.
easily not have one in February. Do it in early March, and you won't notice the difference.
That's true.
So I wanted to get you guys' opinion on something too. Just kind of a theory I have. Do you think, like I've seen lately on YouTube, CBB had like Chris Masters, Johnny Impact. You think they're going to show up in the Rumble? Because they've been popping up lately. You know what I mean? And it's
I don't
kind of
think
close to
Morrison
the Rumble.
will, or whatever you want to call him.
Johnny,
I
whatever.
also don't think Adonis would. Although they had Carlito, so
And that was a
Maybe.
one-off. Yeah.
yeah, maybe.
We could get NWA people. Who's over
Well,
there? JTG.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
Murdoch.
I mean, we still could get
I just think it's 'cause
Cardona
it's-
as not a
That's true.
as
So
a-
does
as a-
Cardona win? Is he one of the special ones that debuts
He's
or
not gonna
returns
win.
and then win?
He's not gonna win. He's not gonna win. I think if Cody wins, the only way I would then book it is not going after Roman. You've gotta have somebody else have that belt.
But who?
So do you have Seth take one of the belts off of Roman, and then him and Cody?
Seth's
Which
a
would
face
be-
now, so there's no
Yeah.
reason to do him and Cody
So,
anymore.
but Cody needs a heel. What better way to dethrone the top heel than Cody?
Yeah. Who's your next top heel after Roman?
Miz. Yeah. Miz and Cody would have a good match.
Yeah. I mean, because the way they're looking, it's either Sammy or KO that takes the belt off Roman.
Miz could be off TV for 4 months, and the moment he comes back and starts promoing with somebody, it is an instant feud.
Yeah.
Or Randy Orton comes back at the Rumble. He's been very quiet. I know he's got a really bad injury, or had, but he's been very quiet. He comes back to the Rumble as a heel. Him and Cody, nice long-term booking there. Is you got a past story of the mentor, the guy who led Legacy, and Cody and Ted Jr. Ted Jr. ain't coming back, but
Manu.
yeah.
Snuka.
But yeah, you have a nice student becomes a teacher type thing. And of course, you'll get a good match out of him. You would get a good match out of, and a good feud out of both Orton or Miz for Cody. Seth he was over. All right, people loved the heel thing. Now he's face, and he's bona fide face. I think like a week or two ago, we talked about, is Seth face? Is he heel? What is
He's like
he?
a tweener.
I don't know. He is face.
He
now.
teamed with
Yeah.
Street
Exactly.
Profits.
Teaming with
Street
Street Profits.
He's slapping
Coming out.
hands.
There's one thing I said.
That
watching
crowd,
Raw,
you know.
watching Raw, I said to Amber while we were watching, I said, if these old motherfuckers beat up these top tier Imperium athletes, I am turning this shit off and I'm never watching again. They're all fucking old. Road Dogg looks like Roadkill.
Didn't Hunter just have like heart surgery like last year? Or
I
something?
said none of these motherfuckers should be able to take one of them, let alone all three of them. So, and luckily they didn't. They
Gunther
did the right
should take
thing.
him out.
I like how they played it up, like
Yeah.
going to
I
have
thought,
Kurt. Like
because
Kurt
if anybody was going to do
volunteered.
it, it was going to be Hunter. And I was like, oh, fuck, he's getting in Gunther's face, really? And I'm like, no, okay, he backed down. Like, there's no way you kill somebody like that.
I didn't watch it. Was there any like Billy Gunn
So
things like?
Road Dogg did his thing.
He did the, oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D-Generation X proudly brings to you, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, Road Dogg, Jesse James. And he's like,
The crowd did
Kurt?
the crowd.
what are you doing here?
Yeah, the crowd did the Billy Gunn thing, but then they were like, Kurt, what? Yeah. Kurt was.
And that was another thing I said to Amber. I was like, the only guy who's built enough to actually take on these motherfuckers isn't even in this company anymore. Because he still could. Now, if you gave me Billy Gunn versus Gunther and he starts beating him up, then maybe. Because he still looks like $1 million.
But there was no like mention of him. No, shout out. No.
Nope, not at all. Just just
Like a
that part
subtle little-
when he
okay.
went to the Billy Gunn, he pointed and he looked at Kurt. And they were like, "Kurt, what are you doing here?"
That's
Because
it.
I said that
I
when he was
always
walking
wanted to
out. I'm
be
like,
a part
why
of
is
DX.
I was like, why is Kurt Angle?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then they
either.
just didn't acknowledge it. And I'm like, did I miss something? Like, yeah, it was funny. He's like, I always wanted to be a part of DX.
It's like Kurt was in the back and he went, "I don't know where to put you, man." Like,
No,
We got
it was
nothing.
no, it worked. It worked really well. And because yes, he's from Pittsburgh, but still Pennsylvania crowd. And
yeah.
But
Like Kurt's over no matter what. He's one of those.
course.
He's like the Rock. He's untouchable.
but
Yeah.
because of that Roman thing, that steel cage match didn't happen.
Well, you could have cut that DX shit.
Yep.
Could have cut that down in the third.
So who's everyone's
Or that
prediction,
fucking Sonya match.
prediction for the girls to win? Who's your women's Rumble winner?
I keep saying Rhea every
I
year.
agree.
I say Rhea.
Yeah.
I've been wanting Rhea.
Rhea-
Did you guys see the video that WWE posted today of her helping Dom with the Rumble? Like why would you go to the second rope? She says, she's like, what do you want to get eliminated? Dom down. It's
Rhea
good.
or Becky are my two.
I don't want Becky.
I don't want Becky either. I would like Rhea's really over, but
Becky doesn't need it. Didn't she
I-
win last year? Who won last year?
Bianca, or is that 2 years ago?
Charlotte.
Is her big moment 2 years now?
Charlotte won one.
No, because Bianca
Oh,
won the belt.
Ronda. Ronda won last
Fucking
year.
Christ,
Did she come back at 30? And Ronda won.
So
I could have sworn it was Bianca.
And then Bianca, I think it was 2 years ago.
Was it 2?
so Asuka won.
Oh, but
Charlotte won.
we have had 2 manias in front of a crowd. That's right.
Yeah.
Because Bianca won in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so 3 years ago is when Drew won it.
Drew won with
Holy
Thunderdome.
shit! 3 years ago.
He didn't get his Mania.
Yeah,
moment.
because this is
Yeah.
20. That was 2020. This is 23.
That's
So, yeah.
fucking like
That's because it's January. It's the beginning of the year. So.
He won the belt during the
Yeah.
Thunderdome.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I know Bianca didn't win it in front of no one. I know Drew won in front of no one. So that's why I was like, wait, which year? That's why I
Yeah,
thought Bianca won it last
Yeah,
year.
it was Ronda last year. 'Cause
I don't think Rhea's gonna win it. I think Beth Phoenix comes back at the Rumble and eliminates her.
So Asuka,
good.
Asuka was the first. Becky won the second. Charlotte won.
Becky won the second because she took Lana's place. That was the big pop. That was a big one, though.
and that was the last live one, right? Then it was COVID.
Charlotte won the COVID one.
The Thunderdome, yeah.
Bianca won, and then Ronda won last year.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Rhea wins.
And then she goes after
What
Charlotte,
What other? Yeah. Well,
or she goes
yeah.
after Bianca.
What other like females could go? Unless
I
again, we always think about who's the champion going into Rumble, but they can take that belt. So
I think Bianca is starting to get into Charlotte territory with that belt.
I like Bianca, though. She hasn't worked on my
But
nerves yet.
but with the belt, it's like kind of go
I
away.
don't think so.
I don't know. I like Bianca.
Well, if Alexa takes the belt off of her,
Alexa could win too.
Yeah,
If she doesn't win the belt,
I like Rhea too.
But
I like Rhea.
I,
yeah.
But I think, to your point, like Becky, Charlotte, Bailey, it was Sasha, but now Bianca is Sasha. And like those are your top 4, and everyone else is a step below.
Nobody's talking about Bailey either.
Like Liv Morgan had her push, and now she's right back down. Like they push a girl, once you beat or you lose your belt, you're down. Think of who it is: the main girls, and then everyone else.
You know, and another thing though about Raw is, and now I get why, but I thought that cage match would go on last. Now I get why they didn't put it on last because they had Brock coming out.
Yeah.
But I really thought that cage match would go on last.
So is Brock? Brock's not in the Rumble.
Yeah,
It's probably going to
he
be.
could be.
He's not announced for it.
We don't know that. Yeah, there's only like 10 or 15
Yeah, they
people
didn't.
announced.
It's not even- and the girls.
And the
There's
female, yeah, that's
like 5 girls.
Yeah,
There's
really.
like nobody.
That's why we're picking Rhea because she's the only one on
So,
that fucking poster.
Apparently, Michelle McCool hasn't been reached out to for the Rumble.
Good, because her
Yeah,
husband's
she's been in
a
every
racist.
single one. Who cares?
Oh.
I said to Joe at work, JJ and I sat down, and the roster, just Raw and SmackDown, no NXT, no
Ooh.
Legends, no.
Who from NXT comes into the Rumble?
But if you look, there is 30 girls.
Perez, probably.
If you count no outsiders, just the current roster, there's 30 girls. But that's counting Scarlett, who doesn't hardly ever wrestle. That's like, what's her name now? What's Selena, Sarah Logan's name? Valhalla.
She doesn't wrestle, does she?
No, but I'm saying if you count those
Oh.
girls, as technically they're women on the roster, there's 30. That's counting Carmella. No one's seen her. Natalia's been out.
Oh, what about Emma.
There's a lot like Aaliyah. A lot of there's
Nikita Lyons tore her ACL.
ACL and MCL.
She
Yeah.
probably would have been in the Rumble. I wanna say.
there's 30 girls if you count.
I think Joe Gacy will be in the Rumble. And Sloane. Is her name Sloane in NXT? Rock's daughter?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's part of that group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I think both of them will be in the Rumble.
Waller. I feel like Waller's pretty. Popular.
Where has Trevor Lee been?
I don't know. Good question.
Or
Cameron
what's his name?
Grimes.
Cameron Grimes.
I think probably JD McDonald will be in.
Cameron Grimes is due
JD
for.
McWhatever.
He's due for a
Does
call
Kevin
up.
Owens? Oh, Kevin Owens isn't in it.
He's due for a call
He's
up.
unannounced.
I think
Kevin
that goes
Owens.
on last.
Kevin Owens is in the title match.
That's
That's
on
the
last.
one match you're not allowed to be in the Rumble for. Everybody else, you can have an Intercontinental title match and then be in the Rumble. You
think-
cannot have a World title match and then also be in the Rumble.
I think the men's Rumble will be last.
Oh yeah, I think so too. Just because unless they have some big surprises for the women's, there's no hype for the women's Rumble this year.
Yeah. I think the women's will start.
I think
Men's
in
will be
past-
last.
I think in past when like Becky won and when Bianca won, that's a good main event. But as this year, they have no hype.
That's because like Charlotte
Yeah,
and Bianca, your main girls, aren't in it,
yeah.
and other than Becky and
You
Rhea,
don't
who
know
else?
that Charlotte's not in it.
Well, she's the champ as of now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry,
As of now, she's the champ.
So
I forgot.
Yeah,
champs
still-
were in the Rumble before.
That's true.
Yeah,
And she could be in it so she could say, like, I want to be Charlotte 2 belts.
I mean,
Like, they all
Sasha could
voted
show
her.
up.
So from NXT, I think
Naomi. There's a possibility. I've
there
heard
is a
rumors she
possibility of
could
that.
come
Yeah.
back.
from NXT, Braun Breaker is an obvious one.
Yeah. But the winner of the Rumble could face Braun Breaker. Remember?
That's true.
Does Ciampa come back?
Yeah,
Is he hurt?
Yeah.
he has been. Yeah.
Gargano?
No,
I forgot that he was signed again.
He hasn't won a match, or Candice LeRae.
He hasn't been in a
He
match.
hasn't had a match.
They're both
He's
like
hurt.
0 and forever since they came
He's got
back.
a slight hurt. I think they're playing it cool with him.
I just don't know what to do with them. Like they brought him back, and they're just sort of, let's put you on
That's the
TV.
problem. WWE main roster is too convoluted. You did great in NXT because that's where it didn't matter. You could just put this person versus this person and have a good match, and the NXT crowd pops. Now it's not like that. You can't do that.
And you're a big fish in a little pond. Now you're a little fish in a big pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who do we think would be like Mickey James was last year? Anybody? And you said,
I say Cardona. I think Nick Aldis would be a really good one to bring in too.
Jordan Grace.
so what? Is there any more?
No.
Oh, we know Chelsea Green is a rumor. She's
Chelsea
She's
supposed to be-
signed,
Green-
apparently.
Supposedly is signed, and that leads more
Cardona.
of the speculation of Cardona.
Again, Cardona could make
If he
an
comes
appearance,
in,
but
I
not
sure
signed.
hope they don't call him Zack Ryder. I get that's their
If
intellectual
they own
property,
that, yeah.
and I get that's what
Actually-
people would know him as, but I think Cardona will be better.
Cardona filed a trademark for Zack Ryder.
Yeah, supposedly.
So WWE doesn't own it.
But he's not going to be going there because he's got committed. Like he's got 31st. He's wrestling Tyrus for the NWA title.
So it would be a one.
But, well, no, he could still sign. Because
And-
look at Carl Anderson. He still
yeah, that's true.
made do on his Japan dates.
Yeah.
But if Cardona comes in, I'm hoping it's like the Cody situation where he keeps his song, he keeps his gimmick.
What is Cardona's song?
Downstate does it, but it's not the radio,
I like
whatever
that
he had
song,
as Zack
actually.
Ryder.
Yeah, I do hope that there's no radio. I hope
Or
it's
woo
not
woo woo, like you said.
yeah.
My worst fear is if Cardona does sign, he goes back to being Zack Ryder. And
I don't think so.
And jobbing out to everybody.
I think he's respected.
I think it's going to be similar to Cody, where, hey, I went, I did my thing.
I think now he can
Christian.
call his shot.
Christian, yeah.
He can be like, okay, you want me to come back? I'm coming back now, a bigger star than I left. This
Yeah.
is what I want.
Edge will probably return at the Rumble.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Would you bring
was-
him back to not win?
For a girl, one just
You
popped
bring
in
him
my
back
head.
to eliminate Balor
Dominic.
or
Set them up for
or
Mania.
Dominic. Yeah.
Yeah, because AJ's hurt, so you do need somebody to.
A girl just popped into my head. Jessica McKay.
Is she still wrestling?
I think so.
Billy
Peyton-
Kay
yeah,
and
Billy.
Peyton Royce.
Well,
Or
Peyton Royce
Billy,
is pregnant
I
or just
can't-
had a kid, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she just had a kid, but
Oh,
so
Ty
we-
Dillinger or
Billy-
Sean Spears'
Billy Kay.
wife, right?
No, Billy Kay is Jesse McKay.
I mean, the one who just had a baby is Sean Spears'
Peyton Royce.
wife,
Yes.
whatever.
Royce,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. What about didn't Smiley Kylie sign with WWE?
Yeah.
Is she NXT or is she main?
Developmental.
Good luck to her. I hope she works out for her.
That
Really.
Wendy Chu from NXT could probably be in the women's.
Yeah.
She's pretty
So is there
popular.
anybody that we know of that is on their way out of like TNA or AEW, like with Regal? I know he can't wrestle, but he could bring
No,
somebody
no.
in with him, like
No,
Aldous.
There's no way. Yeah, Aldous would be great.
He could bring Aldous
That would
in.
be. I
Yeah.
feel honestly this year's Rumble, I'm gonna pop for a lot of people.
Maybe. We'll see.
I feel there's something about.
I'm excited to watch it this year.
And my
actually.
prediction for the women's is Asuka.
Okay. That's a good one.
I don't get the hype about Asuka.
Yeah, I do.
I like Asuka.
I just don't know if she fits into either title picture right now. But again, that title picture can change. So,
I
Asuka,
think
if Alexa Bliss takes the belt off of Bianca, Asuka slides right into her
I think-
against Alexa.
if Hunter has been listening
To us?
to the crowd, to the universe, whatever.
He does. He subscribes. I saw it.
I mean, they gave Liv a push. People wanted Liv. They gave Bianca a push.
But
They also gave Mandy Rose a push.
It's Rhea's turn.
right out the door.
Mandy could show up
no.
as like
They're not.
a one
No.
appearance.
They
A
gotta
one
let that
appearance.
cool off. She's still
way.
too hot.
No
Yeah.
way.
Maybe next year's Rumble.
Yeah, maybe.
But look at Liv Morgan. Her push was the chase. Because when she had the belt, they're
Yeah.
like, nobody
Yeah.
cares.
But
And now that she lost it.
people still wanted Liv and
Oh, yeah.
Bianca.
I like Liv.
You know, so now it's Rhea's turn.
So let's just play whatever. If you're like they did last year, if they reach out to Impact and say, okay, we want Mickey James one night only, you reach out to Impact, you want one guy. You can't have the world champ. You can have any guy on the Impact roster. We want a one night only.
It's got to be Impact? You're saying, like,
Yeah,
specifically
not
Impact?
AEW.
Is Alexander still a champ?
Yeah.
You can't have the champ.
Yes.
Anybody on the Impact roster.
Still a champ.
Maybe it's a town exchange. We'll give you one of ours for one of yours, like they did for Christian and Flair or whatever. I don't know who's on Impact right now, so I'm trusting you guys.
Then why would you
Bubba?
pose the question if you
Bubba?
don't know anybody?
Yeah,
Bubba?
yeah.
For one night for
Bubba?
the Rumble.
Bubba.
He's hot. I see he's on everything, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the top heel right now.
Yeah.
By the
as,
way,
as Bully Ray, he's back to
Yeah,
Bully Ray.
yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Devon left WWE.
Yeah, where do you think he's going?
Nowhere. Fuck, he's not wrestling, so.
And now
he
the,
was a producer, right?
Yeah.
now the Dudleys are going to be at the next Icons.
Supposedly.
Devon couldn't make the last one.
Yeah.
Apparently, it wasn't his fault.
Who's the top? All right, so who's your top face then from Impact? If you're taking,
The champion.
is he?
Josh Alexander.
Yeah.
Josh Alexander. Yeah.
You know that's not Sammy.
I believe in Joe Hendry. It's not going to
Because-
be him, but
You wouldn't get like
if-
Sammy Callahan. He wouldn't come. He was there before.
Maybe
wasn't.
Eddie
He's in
Edwards.
NXT.
Yeah, that's a different
And
name, right?
barely there in NXT.
Yeah, what was his name? Yeah.
Solomon Crow.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Kaz.
He was also in WWE before.
No.
I think, but if you're going to reach out to Impact, why not get their champs?
Or
Yeah, but
get the
Impact
top
might
heel.
say,
You would- no,
we
that's-
don't want our champ coming there and getting chucked out in a minute.
I feel like this conversation is worth nothing because that's not going to happen.
Well, Mickey came and she got chucked out.
Yeah,
yeah, but she was in for a little while. She wasn't like.
Oh, they
yeah,
might
but
say
there's
that, like,
nobody
if
in
they want
Impact.
him in.
Mickey James was a recognizable star. Has held the women's title and wrestled for it at Mania. Besides Bubba Ray, there's no one else on that Impact roster. What, you gonna fucking bring in Tommy Dreamer? You gonna fucking eat rotten apples or whatever the fuck he was doing
look,
before?
like I said, look at it from my son's point of view. He knew who Mickey James was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's got to be Bubba if you're gonna
Yeah.
do anything.
Right.
If
yeah.
Josh
Well, that makes
Alexander
sense.
walks
But
out, he's
I don't
going to go,
think
who's
if
Josh
Devon just
Alexander?
got fired or released or whatever, I don't think Bubba's gonna be like, "Hey, I'm gonna go do this fucking one off."
Hey, Devon,
Pretty-
you good?
Pretty sure
If
he's
it's
not.
if it's not Bully, Moose.
Moose would be good.
That's
actually.
what I thought too. Yeah,
Is he? He's a face, right?
I don't know what he is.
I think he's. A
he
face.
flips flops.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see TJ.
I think Vince sees him in the halls and goes, "Hey, Marcus Corvon, you're still work here?"
He's much bigger than Marcus Corvon.
I don't know. But Vince
Much more
doesn't-
talented.
Vince doesn't know.
Marcus Corvon's like 5'10". Moose is like 6'9". He's huge.
Oh, I saw was it Willie Mack was on AEW? Does he not work for Impact anymore either?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, see.
But Impact's contracts are weird.
Yeah, they're kind of.
They're not like as strict as WWE contracts or AEW. It's kind of like indie contracts where like, you're here, but you can also do GCW or whatever.
Getting down to brass tacks.
Yep.
Tournament time.
Yeah.
Let's do this
Sounds
shit.
like it.
Do you guys want to talk about the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match?
Oh yeah.
Fuck off. All right.
It's the only thing on the Rumble I want to see.
I realize there's a lot of brother tag teams.
This is what we talked about at bowling.
Briscoes made me realize, and then having Bucks versus Top Flight made me just go, holy shit! There's like a lot of brother tag teams.
And then
now.
there's also a lot
Legit
of
brother tag team.
brother tag teams.
brothers. So we have a tournament of real brothers versus fake brothers.
Kayfabe brothers.
Sure, kayfabe brothers, who were a tag team at least once, had to be a tag, because two of these weren't a long-term tag. But we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna start with the non brothers because they're a lot more fun.
So this whole side is non.
This whole side is non, and then we're gonna go to
The real.
best non versus the best real.
So it's not okay. All right. I wasn't sure how you were doing it. All right.
I randomized 10 clicks, just like the nice figure groups do, out of 16 guys. So number 1 seed,
He's laughing. Oh my
Oh,
god.
this ought to be good.
the Dicks.
My goodness.
Oh my god. All right.
I think I remember who they are.
Versus, let me just say, let me. Jared is gonna have a lot of who on the
Real Brothers.
on the kayfabe brothers side, because I've realized
There's some I don't know either.
that it was a really old school thing from like 90s back.
A lot of 70s,
do
80s.
fake brothers and just throw hey, you look alike, here you go. And
Bastards.
I realized that nowadays, from like the 90s on, there are a lot of real brothers who decided to tag up. And I equate that to great tag team wrestling in the late 80s, early 90s.
The Bashams weren't actually related, were they?
Shut up. So the Dicks versus Kevin and Dave Sullivan.
Abed.
Evad.
I know Kevin.
You know the Dicks?
I'll take the Sullivans.
Sullivan's.
Dicks are your time, at least.
I think I remember them.
They were the strippers. Or
They
whatever.
were, they were,
Chippendales.
yeah.
That's what,
They looked alike. They looked like
They
brothers.
did. They just like Tanguinos.
I don't know anything about Dave Sullivan.
He looked like
He was the number one Hulkamaniac.
he looked like Hulk Hogan. He did.
Yeah.
Couldn't wrestle.
Sullivan's?
Sure,
He
sure
couldn't
the
wrestle.
Sullivans. Yeah.
The Boulder Brothers.
We're off to a good start,
Who?
Oh, you know the Boulder Brothers, brother.
brother.
Hogan
That
and
would be
Beefcake.
Terry Boulder and Ed Boulder, also known as Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake brother.
You gotta
That's
say-
how they
you
started
gotta
their
say
career.
Brutus
As fucking barber.
There you go.
hanging and banging.
And they're taking on the Destruction Brothers.
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you do.
Is that Undertaker?
Just
and Kane?
deconstruct what I said. Yeah. Taker and Kane, or actually, I was gonna call them the Bearer Brothers. Didn't it come out?
Wait.
Didn't they eventually go with the?
Look, Darren's confused. Like what?
Aren't we doing real against fake?
Yeah. Well, yeah. One side is real. Then we're, at the end,
Taker
we'll get
and Kane aren't real brothers.
We'll
Well,
get
no, I know, but I thought we were
so
doing real
fake-
against
no,
fake.
No,
And
no,
then,
no.
okay.
Kayfabe.
He thought the
on one
matchups were
side,
real fake.
Okay.
Kayfabe on one side.
Okay.
Who between the Dicks and the Sullivans did you think were real?
Sullivans? I don't know. I don't know who Dave Sullivan is.
Kevin
No.
Sullivan's brother.
We're starting with one side.
Okay,
Of the Kayfabe brothers.
Brothers of Destruction.
And then we will move down.
I'm actually surprised Kane wasn't there.
I'm not.
I thought he would come out with Undertaker at some point. I don't know.
Why? There was like no girls there.
Yeah, and the only one that was there, nobody gave a shit.
Alundra?
Yes.
It's just because you're too young.
No, that crowd was silent.
Oh. All right.
I say
Boulders versus Destruction.
brothers
Destruction.
of destruction.
Of
Brothers
course.
That crowd was silent, and then Jimmy Hart came out, and he got a reaction.
Crimson and Amazing Red.
Oh, you forgot.
They're not
about
really
that,
brothers,
man.
really.
No.
I never knew because
No.
whatever happened to Crimson.
Fritz Von Erich and Waldo Von Erich.
I'll go with
I got
Amazing
it.
Red.
Wait, hold on. Them Von Erichs aren't related.
Not Fritz and Waldo.
Wow.
Aren't the Von Erichs and MLW also not related?
Yeah, they are related.
Oh, they are.
There's two fake
All the
Von
kids are
Erichs.
related.
No. Lance was supposed to be a distant cousin, which he's not. He's
Lance and
nobody.
Mike.
Yeah.
No, it's just Lance. Mike is the one who died.
Oh, okay.
We're all dead.
Well, yeah. It's just,
for
sorry.
Kevin.
Mike is the one who died really, really young, of like toxic shock or something.
Oh, yeah, was
Something
he like
weird?
Okay.
Yeah.
15 or something? He was, yeah.
Fritz and Waldo not related.
They're supposed
Fritz is the only one who carried a legacy.
but Fritz has all the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Neither of them are Von Erichs, but
No, it's Atkinson or whatever.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
So what was, Waldo's
no,
not even
no idea who he is.
nothing.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, I don't know. So
I'll go
Amazing
with,
Red and
Amazing
Crimson.
Red and Crimson.
I'll take Amazing Red and Crimson.
Yeah, I'll
you
go
would have
with-
thought Vince would have gobbled up Crimson. That looked like
Yeah,
his kind of guy.
you
Amazing
would.
Red is still going.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure he wrestles in Hog.
Edge and Christian
What? They're not brothers.
versus Billy and Bart. Bang bang Bart.
Edge and Christian.
I remember Edge and Christian. They used to say we're brothers, and then
Yes.
they just
At
completely.
first, when
Then
they
it
were
became
vampires.
best
when
yeah.
they
friends.
first came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they just became.
But Billy and Bart were brothers.
Yeah, they were the guns.
Christian was originally supposed to be
Mama
Edge's
Gun.
little brother that was being warped by Gangrel.
Yeah.
I'll do E and C.
For the benefit of those with flash photography.
It's
gotta be.
I'll take
Yeah,
E and
Edge and
C.
Christian.
All
The only
right,
thing Bart Gunn ever did was win Brawl for All.
the Major Brothers
Yes.
and the Beverly Brothers.
Beverly
I'm
Brothers.
going Major Brothers.
Got to be Major Bros. John, it's coming down to you. I'm not voting, so
Man. I always had a soft spot for the Beverly Brothers.
one of them's what Von Wagner's.
Dad, yeah.
Yeah.
And one of them was in the ring when Hall showed up on Nitro. That's his claim to fame.
Yeah.
Their finisher, that chick.
Mike Enos
Spike
and
was,
and Wade Bloom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I one of them, yeah.
Enos was in the one that was in the ring.
Yeah.
I'll take Beverly because I think
Wow, Major Bros out round one.
I think
Wow.
Myers
Holy shit.
Myers is the weak link of that team.
No,
The
there is
Major
no
Bros
weak link.
didn't do shit.
Jackie
in
and
ECW.
Don Fargo.
Don't know who the hell they are.
You know who Jackie Fargo is.
He was trained
That's
Lawler.
Like, yeah, that's like Lawler and Jeff Jarrett and Jerry Jarrett's fucking jerk off material. It's Jackie
Yeah,
Fargo.
but he never made it to the Fed. He was
No.
always he's a down south guy
And Minnesota Wrecking Crew, Ole and Arn.
Ole and Arn.
who aren't. The names aren't even Anderson or nothing.
None of them are
Ole and
Andersons.
Arn.
I'll take Ole and Arn.
Brian Myers is known as the world's greatest wrestler.
I like Brian Myers, but when he was in the Major Bros in ECW, they were nothing.
This is what you have to go off of. The Bashams versus the Dudleys.
The Bashams.
What?
No.
What?
just said-
No.
Hold on.
No. I'm not voting for the Bashams.
He's off the podcast right now.
I'm
He's
not
done.
voting for the Bashams. I thought they were fake brothers.
Because he's
but
really into Linda Miles.
But-
Was it Miles or Myers?
Shaniqua. What's her name?
Miles.
No, I'm going with the Dudleys. But I
went-
thought the Bashams were fake brothers. I wasn't sure.
They are
But
fake brothers.
they look so much alike.
Not if the guy doesn't shave his head.
You shaved my champion's head.
So are Dudleys, right?
Dudleys.
You can't use your fucking imagination.
The one that John,
Or
I
a
think,
bald
to this
cap.
day just found out that they aren't brothers. Jimmy and Johnny Valiant.
I always thought they were for decades.
And the bad breed, Axel and Ian Rotten.
They weren't brothers either.
No, not at all. Ian's a piece of shit.
Is it? They both dead or
No, Ian's alive.
one of them? Yeah,
Which one was which?
Wait, which? Johnny and Jimmy Valiant? Are you talking about? Or?
No, Ron. One of the
Pretty sure
Rons
both
was
of
dead.
them are dead.
Which one looked like Balls Mahoney?
I mean,
Axel
Axel.
Rotten.
Santa
teamed-
Claus.
Yeah, Axel teamed with Balls Mahoney. I don't think they looked alike.
Look like fat nasty boys.
Yeah, they were.
Less talented Nasty Boys.
They no. They were talented. All right, we had some technical fucking shit. I can't even fucking talk. Technical difficulties.
There we
You'd
go.
think we'd be professionals by now.
Axel and Ian Rotten won that last one. All right, so we're on to the brothers.
First round.
Hardy's.
Brother.
Hardy's versus. This sucks because there's a lot of good teams on this side. Those teams all fucking sucked.
A lot of teams have got in the first round already.
Yeah. Hardy's and Gorillas of Destiny.
That's
Haku's kids.
Haku's kids.
Tama Tonga. And
Yes. And Tonga Leo.
only because I've never really seen anything of them. I got to go with the Hardys.
And also,
I've heard
I
of
mean,
them, but
they've done more in their career, right?
they're Hall of Famers for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take Hardy's.
Yeah, it's tough to see Gorillas of Destiny go out, but and it's tough to see this team go out because they're going to, unfortunately, Top Flight versus Usos.
Usos.
So,
Yeah.
Usos.
Usos, yeah.
But Top Flight is
Top
good.
Flight
But
has a
they've
great
come
future.
really come.
That'd be a good match.
Yeah,
They looked really good
honestly,
against Brian.
I
and-
would
and
love,
Mox.
I would love Usos to leave WWE, just so they can do what FTR did and start fucking wrestling real tag teams. You know, like you've done the New Day, you've done Street Profits, Viking Raiders. So like it's done. There's nothing left to do in
Yeah, they've
WWE.
beaten
So-
everybody.
Here's a controversial thought for you. Why are the Usos so popular, but the Young Bucks get shit? They literally do the same thing.
I don't know.
The
why.
super kick thing. Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, are you referring
It's
to the
just
super
move,
kick
move,
thing?
move, super kick,
Because
super kick,
Usos tell
splash.
because Usos tell a story in their match. Usos have
The
structure.
Usos aren't spot monkeys.
Well, they are, but there's also structure to their matches where I don't think anyone ever. And this is, this is just my opinion. I don't think anyone ever watched a Young Buck match because they sold a compelling story and told something in the ring of like when one of the Usos gets hurt on the outside, sells that shoulder the whole fucking match. Young Bucks, somebody hurts a knee, they're doing 15 fucking high spots in the next 4 minutes. There's no story there. That's the only thing. I like watching Young Bucks matches sometimes. It depends on who they're working. That Top Flight match is really good.
I'm just saying because I know some people are like, oh my god, the Usos, but then they're like, oh, the Young Bucks. I'm like, it's pretty much the same thing.
It's not
Well,
the same.
I think also though too with the Bucks.
Whose phone
it's
is it?
A lot of the they take 15, 20 moves and keep kicking out. Like at least the Usos can be beat. You
I
know
think
what
their
mean?
Top Flight match was the best match I've seen in a long time with them. And I get that a lot of that has been trios matches that have pretty much, in my opinion, been just spot shows. Like
Well,
that
yeah.
story
I-
had no story.
Yeah.
It's just, ooh, who's going to use the hammer this time? I didn't like it. I didn't like any of that.
Top Flight looked really good against Brian and Mox.
Yeah.
They had a hell of a match with them.
Yeah. Lucha Bros versus Harlem Heat.
I'm going Lucha Bros.
That's a pretty good one.
Best wrestler wrestling today.
I'm gonna go with Harlem. Heat.
Different styles, yeah, like high flyers and power.
You use that word weird. Besides Ray, what does Penta do that's high flying?
Well, compared to the Harlem Heat,
Booker T does the fucking big ass jump and shit.
sure we used to do that spinning.
Hangover.
Yeah, Harlem Hangover.
That's true.
So
That's true. That's true. I'm thinking about Booker T later
yeah,
when he wasn't very mobile.
I think Penta is a great wrestler, but I think Ray Phoenix is the best wrestler wrestling today.
I take Lucha
He's the
Bros.
smoothest motherfucker wrestling today.
Even over Brian.
Yes, he's the smoothest wrestler wrestling today.
I'll take Lucha Bros. That's tough though.
It is. That's what I said. This whole side is
I like both teams.
Yeah.
Rhodes Brothers versus Young Bucks.
Because of Dustin being there, I'm going Young
I'll
Bucks.
take Young Bucks.
Because Dustin's best years were not as a tag team with
Yes.
with Cody.
By the time they
Whether
were-
it's in WWE or AEW.
Yeah.
I agree.
By the time they
Yep,
were
yep,
teaming,
no, I'm going with-
Dustin was already 30 years into his career. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
His best time was Goldust.
Dragon Lee and Roche versus the Briscoes, not the fucking old ones.
Mark and the late
Mark and Jay.
I'm going with Briscoes.
I am
I'm
too,
gonna
and
go-
it's not just because of recent
Yes.
events.
Same
Although
here.
I like Roosh, I actually wasn't very impressed with Dragon Lee. Then when he got signed to WWE, I went and looked at a lot of his stuff. He had a bad match on that ROH show that we watched.
I'm not a fan of Roosh.
I
Really?
Yeah.
don't
You didn't
know.
watch his ROH
I
stuff.
don't know their stuff. Yeah, just to say.
Oh, Roosh was a great champion. He had really, really good matches.
Royce
now he
McGee.
has really, really bad back knee from his roids.
Royce McGee. Yeah.
But yeah. Steiners versus Gemini.
Steiners all the way.
This was like the
I,
one.
I think he did that shit on purpose.
I did it. This was all random. This is all random.
No, Steiner's definitely.
Yeah.
all the way.
For some reason, I thought the Bashams and Gemini were the same people.
I can see how you could think
Yeah.
that because I
Yeah.
kind of did too.
They're bald. Yeah.
Yeah. This one actually would be a fun match to watch because they're very similar. Bollywood Boys is what I'm calling them just because that's what their tag team really is.
Genders Singh boys.
Right.
Yeah.
And the boys, Dalton Castle's boys.
Well, that would be actually. I think it would be.
I don't know
great.
anything about the boys.
I'm going with Bollywood.
I am too. I
Yeah,
would too.
same here.
I should say.
I've heard that they're like
Yeah, I
really,
don't know the-
really
I don't know
good.
the
They're a lot
boys,
better
so.
than they get credit for.
All right. The Hearts, which is Brett and Owen, versus the Rougeos. Ooh. Right.
Which, by the way, is Jacques and Raymond, not PCO.
He was never a Rougeau.
I
He was the
I'm
Quebecers.
clarifying for the listeners and the young guy.
That was the Mountie and the Quebec and
They were
the
Quebecers.
yeah.
And he was Jean Pierre Lafitte or whatever.
Yeah.
Hearts.
I'm going Hearts.
Definitely.
Definitely from you? Really? You appreciate Rougeau shit.
I like
Oh,
the
yeah,
Rougeos.
I really
Oh, yeah.
appreciate the Rougeos
If
too.
the Rougeos were paired with anyone else,
I
they may
just
have
want you to
taken
take
them.
back the word definitely. I don't think it's definitely.
That'd be a great match. I think they
Yeah.
might have actually wrestled a few times.
Not Brett and Owen.
No, Brett.
Brett and Owen wrestled the Quebecers.
I kicked your leg out from under your leg.
leg.
But the
That's
Heart
why
Foundation and the
you're
Rougeos.
sitting there with a bad leg, and that's why you kicked your leg out of your leg.
No, the Rougeos are vastly underrated.
Phenomenal team.
Awesome, underrated.
Well, them and the Rockers would like sometimes have like 10, 15 minutes of just doing like tip ups and
Them
shit
and
like
the
that.
and the Hart Foundation, them and the Bulldogs, even though there was legit heat, every time they went to the ring, they said it. You leave that shit in the back. They put out great matches.
oh
in the
yeah,
ring,
yeah, definitely.
no matter how much they hated each other backstage. All right, so we got
If they were matched up with anyone else, I would have taken the Rougeos.
Sullivan's versus Destruction.
Brothers of
Really?
Destruction.
You're gonna pay.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay. Crimson and Amazing Red versus Edge and Christian.
Edge and Christian.
Only because I think,
ENC.
Amazing Red would.
Amazing Red and Crimson only tagged like 4 times. It was just when Crimson first came in. Other than that, Crimson went and did his own thing. They broke that he's his brother thing. Because they called him Little Red for a while.
Oh.
Which is fucking funny. Beverly Brothers versus Ole and Arn. Actually, that would be good. Beverly Brothers get a lot of flack.
Mostly because of their gimmick. The
Yeah.
robes and the.
But like
The
them
porn
as
star
a
mustaches.
team, them two wrestling Ole and Arn in NWA or WCW would have been a good
Old
match.
school match. Yeah.
I'm going Beverly.
I'm going Beverly.
That's crazy to me. I said they're good. I don't think they're better than Ole and Arn. Oh, I fucked up.
Crossed out the Beverly Brothers.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Oh, this is probably all a lot. Dudley's and Bad Breed. Bad Breed is Axel and Ian.
Dudley's.
Dudleys.
Probably did wrestle in ECW.
Yeah,
didn't he?
many times probably.
yeah.
Take any combination of the Dudleys.
Because he probably had the Dudleys in here 3 or 4 times.
We're sticking to Bubba and Devon.
Did the other ones ever? They were really the tag team in that group, weren't they?
No, Devon came pretty late actually. So the Dudleys were like bumbling idiots, kind of fun. And then when Devon showed up, he like whipped them all into shape, and he was like the mean one, and he would bully them.
Wasn't
I
it
know-
Bubba and Dick for a while?
Bubba used to stutter.
all
I
of them.
remember.
Yeah, Bubba
and he
stuttered.
would dance.
Spike was the runt.
Big Dick didn't talk. I believe he was the mute. Or no, that would have been Sign Guy, I think, because he did the signs.
Yeah.
There was dances with Dudley.
I remember Bubba used to stutter, and he had those glasses with no lenses in them.
Yeah.
with the tape in the middle.
Hardys and Usos.
Usos.
I think so too.
I think
but
so.
I don't
I
get
think
the vote.
Usos as well. Yep.
Lucha
Oh, let's
Bros.
face it,
God
I mean,
damn it. Lucha
what-
Bros and Young Bucks.
One of the Hardys and one of the Usos would probably get arrested on the way to that
It's
match.
true, yeah.
It'd be a one-on-one.
So then it'd be Jimmy against Matt.
Yeah.
I'm going Lucha.
Oh, is it Lucho and who?
Young Bucks.
Bucks.
Never seen it.
Yeah. Man, I wish they would have like
I'm
just
going-
one match before they retire.
I'm going Lucha.
Can it be a time limit drawn to get eliminated? Full team.
Although their ladder match was great.
They should have a best of 7.
No, they should not. Briscoes and Steiners. Steiners, right?
Steiners.
I never saw the Briscoes work, so it's hard to
Yeah.
vote.
I'm
Even-
going,
even if
I'm
he
going with
did,
Rick and Scott.
The fucking
Yeah.
Steiners, man.
I wish I saw more of the Briscoes. Because that
Good
dog,
thing is, Honor Club is $9.99 a month. You can watch all of it,
that dog collar match was great.
Big Papa Pills.
including that one.
Holla if you hear me.
Bollywood Boys versus Brett and Owen.
Brett
It's got to be
Nolan.
Bollywood, right? No. Brett and Owen.
Bashams.
Yeah, Bashrams. I fucking love those guys. It's fucking cabinet, man.
Orlando Jordan.
Love me some Linda Miles.
Jillian Hall.
Taker and Kane versus Edge and Christian.
Did they ever wrestle?
I'm going ENC.
I don't think they ever crossed paths. I think they
don't
were
think
different
so.
times. Eh?
I'm going ENC because Taker and Kane weren't a legitimate tag team.
If Vince was booking, it's Taker and Kane every day.
Yeah.
But
All day.
I'm going Edge and Christian too. Yeah, because they were
Edge and Christian were a better
really
tag
great team.
And they hung out in the tag division, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
exactly.
Taker and Kane were just storyline.
Beverly's and Dudley's.
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 Thanks. I already have Beverly's crossed
Yeah.
out.
Well, the Beverly's hung around longer than I thought.
Yeah. Usos and Lucha.
Take my money.
Boy, we're
Yeah,
taking
that would be
Usos.
good.
The Usos are on that tour we want them to take.
Yeah, really, because that would be good.
God.
That would be good.
Can we just do the other ones first?
That would be really good.
God, that should be the finals.
I think Lucha.
I'll take Usos. Jared.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, you could flip a coin. You can't go wrong either way.
I don't think Usos would be able to counter Phoenix, but all that stuff that he fucking.
I mean, the Usos have wrestled every style. Think about it.
Have they?
I don't think
They're
they've
being
ever
hindered by
fit-
WWE.
No, they're not. But they what they do in WWE is very good. They are.
But I'm saying,
they
imagine-
are definitely
Oh,
the
yeah,
best
yeah.
tag
Imagine
team.
what they can do on the indies.
They're the best tag team WWE has produced in the last 10 years.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Homegrown, yes.
Yeah,
Who never wrestled anywhere else, yes.
no argument here.
Well, there could be an argument for revival, but did WWE make them, or they kind of, holy shit, these guys got over? Like, you know,
I think they sort of, against the grain, got
Yeah.
themselves over.
So, remember when the Usos wore face paint? They were kind of
they were
When they ditched the face paint, that's when they actually started to shine.
ditched Tamina.
Yeah. I gotta
And
go.
That war chant they used to do, whatever it was. And,
Well, it's a Samoan thing.
yeah. But I mean, think about it. They've been there a long time. And they're the, what are they called? They're like that team. That even when they're not the champs, that every team wants to wrestle,
Yeah.
that you're trying to get to. They're the top of the mountain.
I gotta go with the Usos.
That hurts.
I know.
That's hurt. That hurts.
I know.
You
This
can't, you can't go wrong either way.
This one's
though.
also tough, and this happened on a Superstars taping. Steiners and Brett and Owen.
Gotta go
I
with the
saw that.
Steiners.
Longer longevity as a tag team.
Yeah.
And again, yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Brett and
They-
Owen were.
The single
For
stars.
Brett and Owen were for a
story.
story.
They were a couple time tag team champs. The Steiners, so yeah, definitely got
In every
Steiners.
every organization.
And that
they
hurts to
worked
say
for.
because I like Brett and Owen, but
All right, TLC.
Oh.
Edge and Christian versus the Dudleys.
ENC.
ENC, yeah.
They're the better wrestlers.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's tough.
Dudleys held more tag titles.
23 times, whatever.
Whatever
But-
the fuck it is.
But I prefer Bubba Solo.
Usos
right.
and Steiners.
Vince didn't.
Usos and Steiners. Total clash.
They're dream matches.
I don't think so.
I'm going
Total
Steiners.
clash.
If we're talking old Scott Steiner too.
Yeah, we're talking about tag team. The tag teams. Yeah.
Not blonde haired.
No. Not
roided
Big
up.
Pump. We're talking about tag teams. We're talking about Japan, WCW,
I'm
90,
going, I'm
92,
going Rick and
93,
Scott.
94.
Yeah, let's
I'm going Usos.
Put it down to John.
Steiners.
Wow.
And I like the Usos.
Steiners and Edge and Christian.
Oh my gosh.
Super, super decorated tag teams. To each their own.
I'm going ENC.
Steiners.
Steiner's held it in multiple companies. In multiple countries.
I'm going Edge and Christian.
Damn.
They-
ENC, the
so,
best
The
brother tag team.
The reason I went with ENC is because not only did they succeed in the tag team, but they also succeeded solo.
But we were just talking about tag teams.
Yeah, but I
So
mean,
did
in
Scott.
terms of
Scott was a world champion, so
Yeah.
Rick wasn't.
Rick was the Marty Jannetty of that group,
It's not a brother.
of that team.
It's a brother. Their brother's brother.
Did Edge or Christian have a feud with Chucky? No, Rick Steiner did.
So
did
did,
they,
so
did
did
they
Braun
ever
family.
put Judy Bagwell on a
On a forklift. Judy Bagwell on a pole.
I could see Christian doing that. Christian might have done that. In
creepy
TNA.
little bastard?
Put AJ in a turkey costume on a pole. I can't believe Edge. I can't believe the Kayfabe brothers won that. But do you see how it seems like a very old school thing to do fake brothers versus a very new, like how many of these are these wrestlers that we said on the
Real.
on the shoot side are still wrestling right now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess Jeff's not, but I'll still count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting Briscoes. 9, 10, 11. So 11 out of 16 on the shoot side are still wrestling. No, okay, no. You said Amazing Red is. I don't think Crimson is.
No,
Edge and Christian, so 1.
Yeah. Not as a
2,
team.
Major Bros.
Devon's not anymore.
T-Von is not. So 2.
Yeah.
Edge and Christian and Major Bros, who were kind of associated.
Time for my Rumble trivia.
Oh, yeah, sure. What do you got?
Well, since nobody answered it in the group chat but Joe last night, was that